The Last Broadcast, 2006. A horror story based on true events. They called it Station WZRB, a small local radio station in Ohio that went off air one night in 2006, live during a midnight show. No one ever explained what really happened. But a week later, the emergency services received a strange signal, the same station's frequency, broadcasting again, except the station had burned down days before. The audio that night lasted for 21 minutes, and I was the one who recorded it. It started like any other night. I was working the late shift, midnight talk radio, the kind of show only truckers and insomniacs listen to. The studio was small, lit only by 2 red on-air lights and the blue glow of the soundboard. Outside, rain hammered the windows like angry fingers. My co-host, Megan, was reading emails from listeners. Ghost stories mostly. Then the phone line blinked. Line 3. Unknown number. No caller ID. I picked it up. WZRB radio, you're on the air. There was silence. Then static. And then a voice. Low, distant, trembling. Her out. I froze. Who is this? I asked. No answer. Just the faint sound of breathing. Megan laughed nervously. All right, prank call, she said, and reached for the hang-up button. But the voice came back, louder this time. She's in the walls. Don't let her out. The entire studio power flickered. Every monitor shut off. Only the emergency lights stayed on, red and flickering like a dying heartbeat. Then we heard something behind the wall. Scratching. Slow. Deliberate. Like nails driving across plaster. I leaned toward the mic and whispered, "If this is a joke, it's not funny." The phone line went dead, but through the studio monitor, the static returned. Except it wasn't random noise. It was whispering. Dozens of voices repeating the same phrase over and over. Don't let her out. Megan stood up, pale as paper. She said, I think we should leave. The studio door slammed shut. We hadn't touched it. Then the main monitor turned back on, and there she was. A face, blurry, almost human, staring back from the CCTV feed of the hallway. Her head tilted, her mouth opening too wide, like her jaw was breaking. The sound in the studio turned into a high-pitched scream, a mix of feedback and human agony. I tore my headset off and stumbled toward the door, but it wouldn't move. Behind us, the scratching turned into pounding. Someone was inside the wall. And then the bricks began to bulge outward. Megan screamed and grabbed my arm. "She has to cut the power," she yelled. We ran to the breaker panel. As soon as I flipped the switch, silence. total, unnatural silence. Then a whisper behind me. "She's out." The lights came back on by themselves. The phone was ringing, over and over. Line 3. When I finally answered, the same voice said, "You shouldn't have let her speak." Then static again. Only this time, the static had a rhythm. It was playing back our own voices, us talking minutes ago, word for word. Then our screams. The last thing I remember is Megan grabbing the tape recorder and running out the back exit. After that, fire. Flames crawling across the ceiling like veins, smoke choking everything. Then blackness. They said the fire destroyed everything. But 2 days later, a package arrived at my home. No sender. Inside, a single audio tape labeled "Final Broadcast." I listened. At first, just silence. Then the sound of rain. And my voice. "WZRB radio. You're on the air." Except I never said that again. I was in the hospital when the station burned. So, who was broadcasting? The tape ended with a whisper. Her voice this time. Soft, close, almost inside my ear. "You let me out." Then static and faint laughter. A woman's and a child's twisting together until it became something inhuman. That was the last time I ever turned on a radio.